Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Alyssa, and on this video today we will be setting up my personal budget for September 2022, the first 2 weeks at least, as I do budget every 2 weeks as I get paid every 2 weeks on the 1st and the 15th. I do have new stickers today, and I will link the Etsy shop in the description box below if you are interested in this layout. I'm trying to save a little bit of money on these stickers. The people I've been buying for before, I really enjoy their stickers, but I really can't afford to spend like $20, $30 every month on stickers. So I've decided I'm going to try out a couple different sellers and see what I like through Etsy. But as you know, I use the Budget by Paycheck planner. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, follow along my journey of paying off over $200,000 in student loan debt. I take you through all of these side hustles that I do, and I have a lot more upcoming videos that I think you'll be interested in as well. Today we're going to start with the calendar, and this is where I start with every budget, is filling out my monthly calendar, what's happening when, what bills are due when, and really what the heck is happening in my life. How I start is I use my bare bones budget worksheet. I still need to redo this. This is the new one and I need to redo it again. I don't like the layout of it. I've changed up my budget a little bit where I'm saving actually rent half each paycheck. So my total rent is about $780, but I'm gonna be saving about $20 more each paycheck just in case, just a little buffer room in case something ever happens and I need that extra cash for the house or whatever it is. But for the rent, it is gonna be split up in two. This is really when everything on my budget is due. So we're gonna write all of this out. And I realized as I am doing this, I have my dates completely wrong on the calendar. This is actually supposed to be Thursday. Oh man, that's okay. Honestly, we're just gonna go with the flow on this because I don't want to unstick all these, and I don't think that these are necessarily removable. Nope. So you get the gist. The dates are just gonna be off, but I'm gonna write all of this stuff in on the correct date, and then we're just gonna have to figure out like the other stuff because oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. So rent, we're gonna do rent here, and then also on the 15th it's due. We have my Alaska Airlines card due on the 5th, and same with the B of A credit card. And then we also have to save for electric on both of these days. I save it separately because I pay it to my roommate via Venmo. And then Spotify on the 16th. And then we have LA Fitness due on the 24th. And then we have the Discover card due on the 28th. And then we also have pet insurance. This is new to my budget, and life insurance. Now, people have different opinions on both of these different type of insurances. It is just the decision that I have made for myself and what I want to kind of do. It's not too expensive, as you can see, $37 for pet insurance every month and $200. My deductible for the pet insurance is $250, and I don't think there's like a deductible for the life insurance. So then we have to write in acorns and therapy. I'm gonna write these in on the actual day of the week. Oh, that's irritating me that this is so off, but we do have the $20 acorns every Thursday. Maybe I should write it. No, because I don't think I'm going to cover everything up. I'm so sorry, you guys. This is not how I envisioned this video going. I wonder if I could cover it up super easily with these. Do you think this would fit? It might look funky. Thursday. Okay, let's do this because it's just gonna really irritate me. Okay, so it's gonna be a Sunday through Saturday. Hopefully now this is right. Yeah, today's Thursday. It is the 1st of September. Okay, now let's not mess all of this up, Alyssa. I'm telling you guys, when I say like life has been a hot mess express, it really has indeed. This was all supposed to go towards my Live Rich planner, but okay, now it looks janky, but it is what it is. So now we have $20 acorns on each of these days. Okay, I do feel a little bit better now that the days of the week are accurate here. Okay, and then we also have therapy this day, and then therapy this day as well. Okay, so that takes care of the bills. I do want to highlight the bills because I want to make sure I'm attaching it to the right budget category, and just so I can see it a little bit more visually here. So let's start with rent, which is this light pink color. I'm just needing to highlight it. Should probably let the ink dry a little bit further, but that's okay. And then we're going to do the investments, which is the green color. And this is just so I know, like I can keep track of it visually on my calendar. Self-care is going to be this light purple. And then we have, oh, actually LA Fitness is also considered self-care because it's the gym. Insurance is orange. Fun and entertainment is this yellow color. And I think I actually have another fun entertainment right on here for this month, but we'll have to come back to that in a little bit. And then debt is this blue color here. All right, so everything is highlighted. Now I need to write in, I guess, when all the things, the stuff I have happening this month. I have a lot, you guys. It's gonna be a wild September. I have a feeling this month is going to fly by, which can be a good thing, especially when it comes to budgeting, so you're not spending too much money. There's a lot of cat hair. I just had my cat over here. She's been, I don't know, she's been having an attitude lately, but I put her in the other room while I filmed this video. So let's start with Saturday. So we have a UW home game, which I have season tickets to. Then we also have a Sounders game on this day. And then it is Labor Day. So I have the day off on Monday, which is super exciting. But for fun and entertainment, the UW game and the Sounders game are going to get the bright yellow highlighter. And then Saturday the 10th, all of my Saturdays are seriously going to be booked now through the, I think, end of October, if not till the middle of November. So it's going to be a very busy last 4 months of 2022. The 10th, I have a soccer program that I'm running in the morning. So we have soccer, volunteering, and then we have a UW game right in the middle. Then we also have a Sounders game. This day is going to be exhausting. I can already tell you that. I'm going to wait to highlight it for the ink to dry a little bit further. So that's going to be a freaking wild west. And then the 15th, I actually have a appointment with a nutritionist. With most insurance, nutritionists are not covered. They didn't tell me really how much. They said maybe like $100 to $200 would be the appointment fee. So it is something I'm gonna have to pay for in the next budget. So I just want to write it on my calendar so I kind of know. The 16th, I have a girls' night out with some friends, which I am so looking forward to. So that's obviously going to be a pretty big expense. And then on Saturday, I have volunteer soccer and then also a UW game. And then there's going to be kind of a weird thing happening where I'm actually going down to Portland to stay with my grandparents for 2 weeks. But then in between that, my dad is coming because I have to go to a conference. So it's going to be this whole kind of like situation, but the conference is essentially Wednesday through Friday. So I'll actually be in Philadelphia for these days, and my sweet dad is going to take care of my cat down at my grandparents' house. But I will essentially be probably driving down to Portland this evening, and then I need to drive to Seattle back this evening, and then I'll have my volunteer soccer on these days. This day I'm not going to do volunteer soccer because I will be in Oregon, and then I will drive back to Oregon this day, and then I will be in October that I come back to Seattle. So I think for the gas and car, we are gonna highlight it for the Oregon trip because it normally takes me about a half a tank to drive down to Oregon. It's really not too bad, which is about $25 right now, but I wanna make sure I'm, obviously putting that into my budget. And then these days when I'm at the conference, everything is paid for top to bottom by my company, so I won't have to worry about that. But we do need to highlight all of these fun activities. There is a UW game this day, but I will be in Oregon, so I don't need to cover it there. And I'm actually gonna be working remotely, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm sure there'll be a night that I go out with some family, so we'll write that in when we get there. But I think that's really everything for the month of September. So yeah, as you can see, it's gonna be a little bit busy on the weekends, like being in Oregon for all of this stuff. My goals for the month is just really save and pay off debt. So save, pay off debt. Literally, that's all I want to do. Seriously, that's literally all I want to do this month. And I think I'm going to really do that. And I also want to start some new challenges. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. Now, that's everything in terms of what's happening this month, in terms of events, when bills are being paid, holidays. Oh, it's also my mother's birthday. So I wanted to write that in. So this is going to be a holiday, which is this color, the kind of different purple. We'll incorporate that in the second half of September, but I'm glad that I remembered that because I most definitely would have forgotten. Okay, so that's setting up the calendar. I know it's growing on me, you guys, it really is. But now we really need to set up the September budget. So I'm gonna grab my bare bones budget worksheet again, just so I make sure I'm remembering when everything is due. But for income, so I had my paycheck and then I also got commission. So my paycheck was $1,652 and then my commission was $1,317. I got 2 commission checks, but after taxes, that is what I am left with. And then rollover I think was actually $18. Let's go back to when we closed out the August budget. If you didn't watch that video, I will link it in the corner up here. But I believe I rolled over $18. And I think that's everything that we have to work with. I'm not anticipating any like savings or extra income this month. So $1,652 plus 1,317 plus 18 equals $2,987 we have to work with. Now, first things first, we need to pay for rent. This gets paid out of a completely different account than my checking, so I honestly transfer the entire $400 budget into that checking account, and then at the end of the month, that's how I pay for the rent. Electricity, we're also going to transfer $50 into that same account. And what else do we have here? So I realize this is my old budget. Where did I put my new bare bones budget worksheet? You guys, I'm normally much more put together than this. I really promise you. Okay, so then we have just the Alaska Airlines credit card right here and the B of A, and then also Discover credit cards here. So that's everything. I thought I had a lot more. Oh, okay, wait, let's go double check. We have therapy and Acorns we need to write in. So Acorns and therapy. So Acorns will be 40, therapy will be 25. And then I need to kind of double check the pet and life insurance piece, but I know it's posted to my account now. I need to figure out if it's going to go on the 30th every month or on the like 2nd or 3rd. So that's something I just need to kind of like monitor. So this is something that I'm just gonna write in as the 1st. These dates vary, just to make sure I'm monitoring that and making sure I do have the funds to cover those expenses. So we've got all of these. We've got the pet and life insurance. We've got Acorns therapy, and all of this is not applicable for September. So total bills for September, we have 400 plus 50 plus 40 plus 25 plus 37 plus 22 equals 574. And this is, before I forget, through 9/14, and then we subtract that by 2,987, gives us $2,413 left over. We bring that all down here, and this is when we bring our budget categories worksheet into the picture, and we have to write in all of these fun expenses.
So if you wanna be with me, baby, can't you see? You gotta make room for a self-made woman like me.
So for grocery budget, I am going to budget based off what I think I will actually spend versus trying to limit myself and like push myself to save more. I will still do that in theory, but I want to make sure I have the room in my budget to actually pay for these things versus having to go over and kind of stress about it. So I'm gonna be a little bit more, I guess, liberal in terms of what I budget here. So for groceries, I am gonna budget 100. And for eating out, I'm also gonna budget and match that at 100. For gas and car, I've discovered I'm kind of filling up about once a week, especially when I drive for DoorDash. So I'm just gonna do what would equivalent to about 2 tanks, which is $100 for gas and car. Investments, I always match what I put up here, so that's gonna be $40. And then for fun and entertainment, we gotta go back to the calendar and see what fun is happening in these 2 weeks that we need to budget for. So we have a UW home game, we have a Sounders game, and then we have a UW home game and another Sounders game. So for each of those, I have probably about $40 I will likely spend between drinks and food. So 40, 80, 120, 160 I'm going to budget for fun and entertainment for these first 2 weeks. I think that's a very fair number. If I go over, let's hope not. Holiday, it is my mom's birthday, but not till the end of September, so we're gonna do nothing there. Self-care, I'm probably gonna do $50. I really wanna get my nails done when I finish unpacking my stuff that I moved, so I keep budgeting $50, hoping that I'll eventually spend it. Miscellaneous, I need a lot of random things, so I don't need them, I want them, so I'm gonna budget the $100 for them. Travel and vacation is nothing, and pets, shouldn't be anything either. So let's calculate the total here. So we have 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 40 plus 140 plus 50 plus 100 equals 630. Now we need to subtract that by the 2413. 2413 minus 630 gives us $1,783. Now before we go to sinking funds, which I'm so excited, finally get to save for more sinking funds, and now that things are kind of balancing out a little bit, I do want to put in how much I want to spend on the credit cards here. So for the Alaska Airlines card, I want to put $200 towards. Bank of America should be nothing, and Discover's $250. I put some like little random things on when I forget why I did it versus putting it on the Alaska card, but I figured I had a zero balance for a long time and I just wanted to make sure it was, you know, getting the cash balance back essentially versus the miles for Alaska. What we have left over here is the $1,783, and I want to minus the $450 that this is going to be here. So minus $450 gives us about $1,333 left over for sinking funds, and that's the number I want to use for the sinking funds here. So it's been a while since I have brought my sinking funds little notebook here out onto a video because I haven't really been saving. So I think it's time we need to look and see what we need to save for, and I have some other sinking funds I want to start with. Obviously 4th of July, this is, you know, this is going to be for next year, so I'm just going to leave what's in here for 2023. Car registration. So this is the thing, you guys. So I do have the car registration amount in this envelope. However, because I'm in kind of this limbo phase in life where I'm trying to qualify for a home loan, I'm in pre-underwriting process, they don't want you to be making large cash deposits. So I've just been kind of bankrolling, cash rolling all of these large expenses through the different funds that I have. Now everything that I say that's going to be a big expense like car insurance or car registration, I am going to put into my high yield savings account so they can see the transfer of money versus randomly putting cash into the bank. So these two things will just kind of remain for next year. I have this amount already saved, so there's no need resaving it for next year, and I just paid it off. Same with the car insurance. There is $385 in here that I'm just going to save until I'm kind of done with this pre-underwriting process. The MacBook though, I am likely just going to save up a bunch, go to the store, buy like an Apple gift card with it and use that to pay for it. So this still has about $863 left in it because I did take $500 out to pay for some funds when I was going through basically everything. Christmas has $363. So this, I forgot to put this aside. So the MacBook I do need to save for, put it over here. And the Christmas I am going to save for. Thanksgiving, what do we have in here? $40. Is that accurate? Yes. So I do want to save a bit for Thanksgiving. New Year's is actually not complete, so we do need to save for New Year's. And my best friend's birthday we need to save for. Christmas travel, I've kind of been teetering whether I want to fly or drive back down to my parents' house for Christmas, and I think I'm going to drive so then I can bring my cat with me and it'll just be a lot easier and I can stay for like 2 weeks. So I do want to save probably like, oh gosh, probably like $400, I would say, for basically gas and food there and back. It's gonna take me probably 3 tanks of gas to get there, which is about $150 plus about $50 for food. And also in case I want to basically stay in a hotel during the drive, it's like a 13-hour drive. I can probably do it all the way there, but back might be a little bit difficult. So I'm going to save that amount for Christmas travel. Black Friday, I think I'm honestly just going to get rid of this envelope and do it all for the Christmas fund. I don't know if that's a good idea, but maybe I'll just put it in the I don't know pile. Halloween, maybe I'll save a little bit for. I don't really have a goal. And then car insurance is going to be completely cashless for January 2023. And then there's some new envelopes that I want to create, but I haven't done it yet, and we're going to outline it here in the sinking funds. For the extra savings, I'm actually going to put the emergency fund down here just so it's easier to keep track of versus the sinking funds. And then also student loan is going to go down here, and same with the house savings fund. I want these sinking funds to be a little bit more specific. So on that note, we have the MacBook that we need to write. We'll bring the 1783 up here. Then we have Halloween. We have Christmas travel and Christmas. We have my friend Sarah's birthday. Here we have New Year's. We have Thanksgiving. And then we already did Christmas. And then the extra ones that I want to put in is we do have to save for car insurance. So that's something we need to save for, and will go as cashless into the high yield savings account. And then I also need to do a car maintenance fund, which is also going to be in the high yield savings account. With the pet insurance that I have, the deductible is $250, and I do want to have that put into the high yield savings account as well. So that's another and the final thing that I want to add here. Okay, so for the MacBook, I think I'm gonna put like $100 towards it because it is something I'm really trying to save up for. Editing these videos has become just such a chore because it's constantly overheating, to be honest. Halloween, let's put like, I don't know, $20 towards. It's not something I really think I'm gonna be doing anything for. I think it's on a weekday, to be honest with you, and I'm probably not gonna do a single thing, but maybe I'll do something festive and I'll want that money. Christmas travel, we are going to put probably 20 there as well. It'll be, you know, a while till we can catch up to that. Christmas, I do wanna put like 100 towards. We're really not close to our goal, so I think the extra 200 will come, or excuse me, the extra 100 will come in handy here. My friend's birthday, I'm gonna do 50 towards that. New Year's, it's pretty far out, so we're gonna do 20. Same with Thanksgiving, we're gonna do 20. Car insurance and car maintenance, we're gonna do 50, 50, and pet insurance deductible, we are going to do 50 as well. So hopefully over the next 5 paychecks, we can do kind of get that deductible in place. Right now I have an emergency fund that I can use for it, but I would kind of like to have it all separated out. So let's add up these sinking funds here. So we have 100 plus 20 plus 20 plus 100 plus 50 plus 20 plus 20 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50 equals 480. Minus the 1783 leaves us with $1,303 left over. And then we've already calculated the debt, so we're going to subtract the 450, leaves us with 853 left over for emergency fund, student loan, and future house, home. I should probably call it a home, but I just call it a house. So for the emergency fund, I really need to start building this sucker back up. So I am going to put about 400 towards the emergency fund. The student loan is going to get $253, and then the house will get $200, and that should give us $853, and the leftover should be $0. So I'm really excited for these first 2 weeks, you guys. I'm honestly going to try to not spend any money so I can save up all of these, basically save up for all of these fun things and be able to really start reaching my goals. And if I can save $853 plus the $480, which is what, almost $1,300, over $1,300 in terms of savings, that's almost half of my total income. That would be really, really exciting. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, follow along on this journey. I am so thankful for each of you. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment below on your September goals, what you're trying to achieve. I would love to follow along on your journeys as well. But have a great rest of your day, evening, whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.